Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Psychic Moms. And as you can see, it's just me today. Julie is on a fabulous vacation right now, so we miss her, but she will be back next week. And I thought it might be fun just to hop on and give you all maybe a channeled message. I just want to make sure this was recording. Um, so yeah, not the same, I know, without Julie. It's the two of us together, but I thought it'd be kind of fun just to kind of keep the momentum going and get our, this weekend as well for you all. So my thought is that I'm just going to kind of open up to see whatever comes in for you. And a lot of times we do that anyway, but I did have one subject that kind of came in, but I'm just going to open up to spirit and see if there's any channel messages for you, maybe for the week. And they may be a little bit here and there. They may be hodgepodge. I'm going to kind of just do it differently, not necessarily have a theme or anything, but just kind of see what comes in. So with that in mind, I'm going to just take a nice deep breath here. Already been connected, bringing in the angels, guides. Okay, what I hear is we are with you, Tammy. They always send their love. So there's a big I love you. We love you, which all of our guides love us. Our angels is a support team that we have, of course, in spirit. And those are the messages they give you on a daily basis, whether you're hearing them or not. But, they give you nudges in all different ways. That they tell me, just going with that, they said, we like to tap you on the shoulder from time to time, kind of let you know that we're here, whether it's you hear us in a song or they're saying on the radio kind of idea. Also, we whisper things, we tell you things. Sometimes you hear us, many times you hear us, and you either just think that's a thought that you came up with, and it can be, but it also can be us coming in and getting some messages in that we snuck in on you. So they're wonderful like that. Okay. So they tell me to take time, they're telling you, all of us, to take time for you, to really sit down, process your emotions. It's really important, they said, and we don't do it often enough, which is true. We probably, we get busy in a day and we're doing other things and our mind goes from this project to this project. So they're saying really by the end of the day, focus on your own energy. What's it saying to you? How's it feeling? Are you getting are you feeling fearful? Are you feeling anxious? And if you are, of course, we love meditation and the idea of meditation, any way that works for you, whether it's just some deep breathing. But imagine that, do bring in ways of, visuals to really release that to source. And so that's a perfect recipe, they're saying. You're doing your deep breathing, but also finding a way. As often I've said before that I like to drop things down to grounding cord. And I have a little recording that I've done with that process. It's not professionally done, but if you ever would like to have that, just send me an email. You can contact me. So maybe I should talk about that. I'm Tammy Langowski. I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, and I give intuitive readings. Basically, my preference is to work with people who are, do have questions for me, things that they want to ask about. And then I'm channeling information, much as like what I'm doing here. So you can find me at tammysintuitive.com. And Julie, you can find Julie Hawkins or the Biz Psychic. And Julie her and I work very similarly. We've said that a few times now. She might have some of her own things as well, but you can find her just simply by her first and last name as well. So anyway, back to that recording. If you're ever interested, just send me an email and I can send that to you. I just talk you through that process a little bit. Again, not professionally done, but it gets you through it. So that's what our guides are saying. Check in with your emotions on a daily basis, please. They say, please, because, you're not here just to do, right? We want to accomplish things. We want to get things done, but you're also here to take time to evaluate, to feel your emotions and to better understand them. It's all part of the spiritual growth idea of why we are here on the earth plane. Yeah, so they're just saying, please give yourself time to do this. interesting way to say that. They said, you are amongst friends and enemies while on the earth plane. Enemies are the ones who are going to try to bring you down a peg, take you down. You're not here to be taken down. You can maybe learn something from anything anybody ever gives us. Our adversaries and our people that we're most in conflict with tend to be our biggest lessons in many ways. So that's not necessarily a negative thing. But you also want to, of course, surround yourself with the friends, which is where we'd like to go. They just said, thank you. So that was the subject I was getting, was friendship, actually. And I've had many clients over the years. I think a lot of intuitives have had these kind of questions. Usually I find it more from women will come in and say, I just don't have that many friends. I don't have that many friends. I'd like to have friends. Even as I say that emotion makes me feel emotional, because everybody wants to have friends for the most part. All of us would love to be able to align with somebody that holds our values and that we have fun with and we can have a good conversation with. I think sometimes what's really challenging is they're telling me the sharing between listening and validating, speaking and validating and listening, and that equal share of that. And I always say there's going to be times you're with a friend that you're going to either need to be the listener because you're going through something really rough, or you hope that on the other end, the friend will also be able to do that for you. And then there's plenty of times when you're just sharing and you're equally sharing. So be patient with it. I think what's important to understand is how often you are on one side or the other of that, though. Pay attention. Are you always the listener? Or are you always just like this at the friend? If it's one-sided too much, then obviously that doesn't make for a good friendship, and you'll generally see that the friendship starts to come apart. It can be for other reasons as well, but that is one reason. So we have to be a good friend. We have to friend ourselves. We have to be a good friend in order to bring that in. So we say, how do you bring in new friendships for yourself? First of all, I believe it is through defining, just like in a relationship that you're looking for, a new romantic relationship, defining what's important to you in a friendship. What's important to me? Is it somebody that just likes to go and do things with me a lot? Or is it somebody who's a really, philosophical and spiritual and likes to discuss things and topics? It might be whatever it is, just take some time to think about that. And I would say write it down, and then put it out to the universe as affirmations that I draw friendships to me easily who reflect this, who are like this, who are like me, get specific, whether again, it's a romantic relationship you're looking for or a friendship. Get specific as to what it is that you're looking for. So our guides say when you do that, of course, just like anything, when we want to visualize and manifest, you put that vibration out to the universe, and that you're willing to be open to having this come in. So that's the one part of it. I think most of you who would be viewing this would understand that idea. And of course, the second part is, what are you doing to get out and meet new friends? If you're at home all the time and just expecting somebody to knock on the door, that can happen. You could be a new neighbor, moves into your area and knocks on your door. I'm not saying that can't happen, but you know what I mean. So for the most part, you do need to be out there. Try investigating what it is, again, that makes it fun for you to have friendships. So look into groups that you can join. Meetup.com is a good one that's got lots, and I'm sure many of you have heard of it, lots and lots of different groups. Create one yourself if you don't see something you like. That's one way. You can even put out to other friends that you're looking for more friendships, or people that, but no, they're showing me also just like, getting onto even online virtual groups that, let's say it's more of a spiritual base, something like that. That's kind of fun, something fun, or class. Because if it's a class, you're going to have other like-minded people on there that you might be able to get to know. Some of them may be in your area if it's a local one, which would be nice. So we would say, again, sort of similar to, I want a new relationship and meet somebody. Same kind of criteria that they're saying, spiritual criteria of manifestation. And even, online dating in that case, right? Maybe looking at some of those or classes again, that you get to kind of maybe know some people through that. So friendships will come and go, as the saying kind of is, and that's what they're telling me. The ones who are gone, the ones who have dissolved, most likely it was time. It might have happened very consciously that I'm done with this relationship. Such a harsh thing to say, done, but you know what we mean by that. I'm over it. I'm not getting anything more from it. And that's okay, to let those go, because you have to go with your intuition. If something's still not working and you're feeling one-sided, like we were talking about, or not honored or respected, maybe that's time to let that friendship go. We do find that the older one gets in aging, you will often have a smaller group of friends. There's a lot of little sayings about that, spiritual sayings, even about that, kind of about, my closest friends are, a few. I'd rather have a few friends than a lot of friends that don't, you don't have a meaningful connection with. So that's okay, because what's happening, they're saying, is that you are learning more about yourself, aren't you? You're learning more about what is important to you, not just to have to say, I've got, I don't know, 13 friends I hang out with. Well, if you do and it's meaningful for you, great. But oftentimes it's more about saying you have the number than really the quality of that relationship, that friendship. So it's okay. It's okay if you have one or two good friends. If you say you don't have any, please try some of the things we're talking about. You need to get out there and be visible and start putting it out to the universe about friendship, okay? And that you're looking for it, because friends are important. I also find that going back to friendships from long ago, and it's nothing wrong with calling an old friend maybe just to catch up, and that's not really what I'm talking about, but thinking that maybe you want to reconnect. And again, we can't say that that never works out. It's just like relationships, I'm going to say again, that you end and then you hear stories of people reconnecting with somebody and they end up marrying them, kind of thing, right? I don't know. I think a lot more of those relationships are supposed to be in the past. And you're going to find out if you reconnect. And you're going to find out if it's not going anywhere, or if the same feelings are coming up. Sometimes we tend to go to what we know out of loneliness, out of fear of what's ahead for us and the work we think is involved to meet somebody new. But it doesn't necessarily have to be, like that. I'm just saying, be careful of the ones from the past. If you feel the need to go ahead and do that, pay attention to your time with them. Is there something that's changed? Maybe both of you are at a new place where really you can value each other. But I often find that I think things like that can be a bit of the same. And it's more of our fear of just not wanting to step out there. But you know what? So many people, and doing what I do, and I'm sure Julie would say the same thing for her, doing what we do is, we hear a lot of stories. We have a lot of clients that will come in with a lot of stories, and a lot of it is about that it's a little fear of what's ahead and being able to step out. But I guess the point I was getting to, slip me for a second there, is that everybody wants to have friendships. And I'm always amused about how many people are looking for romance, and there's so many people on the planet, and they're having a hard time with it. Don't you find that ever interesting? One could say, well, yeah, there's no good men out there, no good women out there, whatever it is. But, well, you put that out there and guess what you're going to get back? So change that thought pattern too, may I just say. Same with friendships. Not everybody is a user. Not everybody's taking advantage of you. But if some of your messages go back to that over and over, you need to clear that out. You need to work on reaffirming for yourself what it is you want your energy to put out, where you want your thoughts to lie. It's never too late to ever do that, no matter what has ever happened to you. You can reprogram your way of thinking, recondition in a sense, whether it's, again, romance or it's friendships. So I hope that's helpful for you to hear that. They were telling me about friendship today, and I think that's what they wanted to kind of, get out there. Let me just see if there's anything else with that. Again, we're emphasizing, that saying, be your own best friend, love yourself, give yourself those love messages in front of the mirror. As I've said before, our guides love 3 times out loud, 3 times a day, about as ritualistic as they'll get, because it's an important number out there, and it really does magnify out to the universe to draw in that light vibration. So why not use it? Sounds good to me. So start with, what it is you want in a friendship, what it is you think you have to offer, and start reaffirming for yourself. They're telling me your angels, your guides help you with these things. And you can request that, consciously request it of them as well. They love that. Then it's like, ooh, she's connecting with us. We love when you connect with us consciously, because we're always here for you. So anytime that you're needing, some help, please make a point of reaching out to them as well, that you're ready. Clear out old ideas, clear out ideas of being abused in any way. And know that you're loved, and that you're worth loving. And I just say that again, you're worth loving. You came from love, you are love, you're worth loving. Whether it be in a friendship, whether that be in a romantic relationship as well. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to leave you with today. I hope that's helpful for you. That's what was coming in for me. We look forward to Julie coming back next week. I'm sure she's having a fabulous time. We look forward to hearing about her vacation. So again, you can reach me, tammysintuitive.com. I do channeled messages that I put on my Facebook and Instagram. That's from my guides. I just tune in and open up to anything that they want to share for you. So you can find those there, and on my website. I do put them on my website as well. Also want to do a plug for our next Higher Healing event. So Julie and I are part of that. She does not, I don't think she's going to be able to make it to this one coming up. But our Higher Healing group is going to be talking about mediumship, connecting with the other side, and some other subjects around that. So I think it's going to be really very interesting, because that subject always is. So I hope you'll tune in. Best to find us on Higher Healing, again, HIRE Healing Facebook page. If you're able to do that, that's where it goes live. I'm not so sure those are put on our Higher Healing website as yet, but Higher Healing, and then eventually I will share it on mine, Tammy's Intuitive Services Facebook, Instagram. Well, it'll be on the Facebook page for sure. So anyway, we would love you to join us with that. If there's ever any questions that you have, any comments to anything I just talked about now, please put them in the comment section. And Julie and I love to have questions addressed to us that we can channel for you, general questions that, can kind of pertain to everybody. We'd love to just tap in sort of what we're doing here and share that with you. So we really appreciate you viewing us. Like and subscribe, and tell other people if you find some value in this, because it makes us feel good being able to share this with you. So thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous week, and we will see you later. Bye-bye for now.